Hello and welcome to Autoportal.com, the car buying website that helps you buy better. Honda's factory in Greater Noida and Maruti's facility in Gurgaon have a distance of roughly about 60 odd kilometers. But when it comes to brand image, these two companies might as well be on completely different continents. That's because Honda, of course, is known as the posh and aspirational brand, whereas Maruti has always been the value for money brand in India. But now, Maruti wants to go upmarket, and this is the car they want to do it with, the all-new Ciaz. Well, while the Ciaz doesn't look as dramatic as the concept we saw at the Auto Expo, it still looks very posh and very sophisticated to take on rivals in this highly competitive mid-size segment. Key elements, of course, include that big Suzuki grille up front, which gets a lot of chrome, those projector headlamps in this top-end version, and the sculpted bumper. This, of course, is the longest car in its segment, and it's clearly visible when you step on the side and view it from a side angle. The rear end is dominated by those stretched lamps which integrate neatly into the boot, but yes, it looks very similar to the Honda City. And that's not a bad thing because both these cars are high on style. The overall effect really is one of balance and proportion on the Ciaz. Well, Maruti seems to have really done their homework very well on the Ciaz. They know that customers in the mid-size segment want a car with a big boot, and this boot on this car, well, at 510 liters of capacity, this is one of the biggest boots, not only in this segment, but it can actually trump a lot of cars a segment higher. Well, as you can see, the opening is really wide, which means you can throw in that golf bag without any fuss. And it's a really deep boot. It goes all the way to the backrest of the back seats, which means that you can really haul in a lot of luggage, a lot of cargo in this car. This is one of the best cars for that airport transfer. Great job by Maruti in terms of boot space on the Ciaz. Well, the only thing familiar about the Ciaz's cabin is this steering wheel. It is exactly the same one which Maruti has used in the Swift and the Dzire and some other cars in that range. But cabin quality is absolutely brilliant. In fact, this is one of the better cabins in terms of quality and ambience in the mid-size segment, if not the best cabin. Well, Maruti seems to have done a Hyundai on its buyers in the mid-size segment, and car buyers are going to love this car because it comes really loaded. You of course get the obligatory start-stop button and the smart key. You also get projector headlamp, rear parking sensors, along with the reverse view camera, along with a 7-inch touchscreen for the stereo, which also has navigation and the obligatory automatic climate control as well. Well, not only is it a very high quality cabin, it's also a very practical place to be in. You of course get this tray over here where you can put your cell phone at. You get two cup holders over here right in front of the driver. And you also get one shelf just below the USB port where you can put your wallet and other knickknacks in. There's also a very small box over here where you can, of course, put that key in. And the door bins are wide enough to house those 1 liter bottles at. And there's also a place to keep some change for that toll. Well, the glove box is also pretty big and you can actually house that 1 liter bottle over here. So overall, a great place for practicality. Well, this is the longest car in its class and it really shows once you get into the back seat. Maruti have done a fantastic job in terms of rear seat comfort. This really is one of those cars where you can be chauffeur driven without any fuss at all. And as you can see, legroom is very generous. In fact, I don't remember the last time I was in a position to stretch my legs in a mid-size segment car. Headroom is also pretty good and the quality of material is very good. The door bins are very useful as well. They can actually house 1 liter bottles in them. And you also get central armrest at the back as well as AC vents. Well, the other plus point about the Ciaz's cabin really is this flattish floor panel, which really means that whoever's sitting in the middle won't have to struggle for leg room when he sits here. And because this is generally a wide car at the back, you can actually sit 3 in comfort, which I'll show you now. So guys, what do you think? Are you comfortable at the back or no?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, now thank you. I've got to continue with the rest of my test drive. So in the overall analysis, this really is one of the best cars to be chauffeur driven in the mid-size segment. Well, the Ciaz comes with a choice of 2 engines. There's a 1.4 petrol engine which develops about 91 bhp, and then there's the 1.3 litre Fiat Source diesel engine which develops about 89 bhp. We're driving the petrol right now. It's a very responsive engine and a very effortless engine around town. Responsiveness starts from low end off the rev band, which means you don't really have to be shifting gears constantly. Well, the steering is light enough when you are in the city, but not overtly so when you step out on the highway. But it's a very hassle-free car, so you can forgive it for not being a dynamic car like the Swift is from Maruti. Well, Maruti really is the master when it comes to ride and handling. Well, the ride quality both in city and on the highway is very, very comfortable. It really soaks in the bumps at slow city speeds, and when you are on the highway, it really manages to keep most potholes and bad road surfaces out. And it's also very stable and doesn't give you any nervous feeling when you push it beyond speeds of 100 kph, and that really is a job well done from the Maruti engineering department. Well, we're driving the diesel version of the Ciaz now, and this is of course the 1.3 litre DDIS engine. This is the same unit which goes into the Ertiga. It develops about 89 bhp of power. Well, unlike the petrol motor, which is responsive from the word go, this one takes a little while to get going. You have to cross that 2000 RPM mark. But once you cross that 2000 RPM mark, performance is really blistering. It's really quick. The handling is very sure-footed, and as speeds increase, it feels very stable on the highway. The steering is light in the city, but again, not so light that will make you feel nervous when you step out on the highway. Well, the Ciaz comes with a 5-speed manual gearbox on both the diesel and the petrol that we've driven, and really, in terms of gear shift quality, it's pretty good, it's pretty slick. Well, where the diesel really excels is, of course, in engine refinement, and this is one area where the Ciaz definitely has the edge over some of its rivals in terms of engine refinement and low noise levels inside the cabin. Well, the Ciaz has strengths where most mid-size buyers are looking at. It has a very roomy cabin, a comfortable back seat, and a long list of features. And that, along with Maruti's second-to-none after-sales and service network, really make it a very good all-rounder and a car you simply cannot ignore in this mid-size segment. Well, if you want to know more about this car and its rival, you can of course click on this link above. If you want to know about its main rival, the Honda City and the Verna, you can watch our comparison by clicking on this link below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe by clicking on this link on this corner of the screen. It's bye for now, and hope to see you soon.